Hello, my name is Dr. Wayne Wolf. When I started as a county commissioner, my predecessor told me that one of my colleagues would be overbearing and had created a fearful atmosphere at the county and had even moved some of the employees to tears. So I prayed about that I might have a proper respect for him and yet not be bullied, and that we might have a peaceful and productive um, administration. One day he observed me eating my lunch at my desk, and he said that he didn't think I ought to be doing that because it didn't appear to be very professional, and also I might get crumbs, so it wasn't a very healthy thing to do either. A few days later, I talked to him and I said, I think you're right, and I've decided I'm not going to eat at my desk anymore. I'm going to eat at your desk when I have my lunch. He was speechless. And from then on, he was very careful what he said to me. But I took it then to be very respectful. And one of the things I do is we were going around talking to employees. I would ask him questions so that he could show off his expertise, which was considerable. And then I would also ask the employees, what could we do to make their job easier? And that set really well with them, and they became uh, more relaxed, more uh, enjoyable, had a better time, and yet also their productivity increased. So I think it might be stretching things to say that me being a smart aleck was an answer to prayer, although God did use that. He did make that environment better. I think he helped me to show proper respect to my fellow commissioner, and then also for him not to try and push me around either. So the take home then is not the specifics of the story as much as that God answers prayer. And I think God wants us to understand that without him we can do nothing, but with him we can do all things. So just, I think, keep in mind, if this course is difficult, if your job is difficult, if your family situation is difficult, let's put it in prayer. And I think it'll go a long ways towards making things a lot better. Now, in regard to session one, we have a PDF to read and 3 videos. Then I think you'll find those all very interesting. In contrast to that, if you're having trouble sleeping, then we have an answer for you here. Now what I had to do with this book is to use some speed reading techniques so that I would go through and keep my fingers moving to keep my eyes moving so that I wasn't going over and over the same thing and dropping off and what have you. And then another speeding reading technique that I used with that book is to concentrate on the first paragraph and the first sentence of the paragraphs after that. The main thing to understand is this is a text, it's a resource, and so then if you know basically what's in it, then you can go back and read more carefully what information is of particular interest to you in finishing your assignment. Now, this book, Managing Urban America, has been around for 35 years. The first editions were written by David Morgan, professor at Oklahoma University. Then he had a couple of students, Robert England, and John Policero, who helped him out some in some of the revisions. And then in this last revision that we have here, the 8th edition, you'll notice that England's name is first because Morgan is retired. But you'll also notice then that because that's the way it is in this text, I refer to this book as Morgan in England. Whereas you'll also see in the shell that it's referred to, I refer to it as England and Morgan. You'll see in the shell that it's referred to as Morgan in England because Morgan is the one who wrote the beginning of it. Now there's another resource is this book. It's a devotional, and I found it to be really good in short readings, but very meaningful. And so it'll take you past this course if you read one a day, like I've been doing. But I think you'll find it valuable. I hope you find this whole session valuable. If you have any questions or comments beyond your Simon's Way, feel free to contact me and let me know.